Hey everyone, my name is Cheeto, and I'm at Jefferson Marketplace at the Culinary Studio. I'm going to show you how to make roasted potatoes. So we got these potatoes that we sell at Jeff Market. These are just red potatoes that we use. So it's really important that we make sure we dry these up. I've already washed these and I dried them thoroughly because moisture is going to be your biggest enemy in this situation. And we want to make sure that we get a nice color on them. And we're going to start cutting them. So the way we cut these, I'm just going to quarter them if it's a pretty small potato. But the key is we want to make sure these are nice even pieces. So like this potato, it's a little bit bigger, so I might do 2 slices on there. I got my oven preheated at 400 degrees. It's a nice roasting point for this size potato. If you're doing a little bit larger size, you know, sometimes people like to do just halves of like a yellow new potato. I would do a little bit lower temperature, but it's up to you. It's helped to know how hot your oven cooks. We have a convection oven, so it does cooks a little bit more efficiently, and you know, the heat's evenly distributed. So that's why our kitchen's so cool. So I'm going to get these potatoes in my pan. I want to get a bigger size pan to facilitate you tossing the herbs and spices and everything. Now I want to be generous with my olive oil. I got about a 50-50 combination of vegetable oil and olive oil in this. So I'm going to do my oregano, parsley, salt, some pepper. Like I said, you want to be pretty generous with that oil. You want to make sure that when this is cooking and it hits the pan, it's not going to start sticking because it doesn't have enough oil. It's to get us that color. Get a nice shine. But also we want to mix it up real well so that we get all the spices and herbs. Not very much spices, but the herbs. So we got a pan that has some oil in it to get ready. You can also do spray pans. Really, the main thing is make sure your pan has enough grease on it so your potatoes get to do some dancing around. So, rule of thumb, pun intended, I guess pun was intended, I'll be making sure that these potatoes are nice and spread out, about an inch apart, just so that they can cook evenly. The goal is to not let them be too close to each other where it causes them to steam up, which is, opposes the whole process of roasting. So if you've ever seen anybody roast potatoes and you see the potatoes didn't get very much color, but the bottom's almost burnt, but the potatoes don't have any color, it's typically because the potatoes aren't spread out enough, and maybe even the temperature is not hot enough. And so, your first couple tries, you want to play with the temperature, even make sure that your pan is big enough to facilitate all the pieces of potatoes you have in there. But the good thing about this is a very cheap side to make, and so we want to make sure it's a good starter recipe for everybody. So anyways, I'm going to put this in the oven, and I've already got a set of potatoes cooking in, so we should be able to pull out nice roasted potatoes. So if we had a boom mic, I would have them just put it right close to here, because what I'm hearing right now is a little bit of wee, like a whistling. And typically that means the insides of the potatoes are cooked. A lot of steam is pumping out, and so that'd be cool if someone made that into music, like a dubstep potatoes. But what I would do is let this chill a little bit. I'm going to put it on my stove to let it essentially rest. Nothing to do with moisture or anything, but we want to make sure that these potatoes are, I don't want to move them too much after they've been roasted. So you can even hear it. When I'm moving this around, you can hear the texture of the potatoes. You can even see the color. And even, I would say every 10 minutes, 20 minutes, this took about, I want to say 25 minutes to go to roast. I took my spatula and kind of tossed them around just so I can get coloring on as many sides of the potato as possible. So, because that color brings flavor and intensity, and so after that, you can keep this in the warmer, or you can serve it right away. But the whole point is you're ready to go for your nice fancy dinner with your family. So maybe next Thanksgiving, you can make this for your family. So thanks for joining us. Hope you get to shop at Jeff Market and check out our Veggie Butcher and follow us on Instagram and at @OhioFood_. Appreciate it.